green flag pit stops, and Kurt Busch is your current leader. Chris Myers with Jeff Hammond watching from the Hollywood Hotel. The race record average speed is just over 155 miles per hour. We are averaging today just over 160 miles per hour, which would be a record for this track and this race, Jeff. As we take a look at the leader, with these temperatures and the sun shining, is that record likely to stay intact?
Well, right now, if we just stay caution-free, Chris, I believe we do have an excellent opportunity to break the record. Kurt Busch and all these young guns are just doing a great job right now getting around this racetrack, making the adjustments to keep up with the different temperatures from earlier on in the weekend that they had cooler temperatures. And as long as we don't have any kind of cautions, we're probably going to break this record. He's really looking like he's got an awesome ride right now.
Now, if we go back to pole sitter Ryan Newman, no pole sitter has won a race this year, and he had a record qualifying speed, but he has since fallen back. And you and I were observing, and you said, there's a race within a race here because there's a gap widening and a real separation going on.
Yeah, there really is. You know, we talk always about the leader and the lead pack. When guys go down a lap, Chris, all of a sudden the guys that are a lap down, like a John Andretti, Ryan Newman, Dale Earnhardt Jr., they got a race within a race. When they find out these cars are on the lead, on the lap down like they are, they've got to start trying to get up as far as they can, because there are points to be gained by being the highest car a lap down. So you've got to focus on those cars then. So you really are running like two races. You try to stay ahead of the leader, not lose any more, but you want to be as close as you can or in front of all the guys that are in the same lap with you.
Michael Waltrip currently running 8th. To get a look from his car, we saw Jeff Gordon, who is running 9th, still looking for his first win of the year. Let's go back upstairs and rejoin Darrell Waltrip, Larry McReynolds, and Mike Joy.
And just to follow up on what Jeff's saying is, there's a point in the race where keep giving me the leader's times, and I'll say I don't care about the leader. I can't outrun him. Tell me about people I'm racing. Tell me about people that I can beat. That's the crowd I want to work on. And Tony Stewart, whoa, man, he just brought that thing off of turn 4 running wide open. I mean,
that was sudden. What is wrong with Stewart?
Man, I tell you, I don't see. Man, he couldn't get that thing slowed down. I don't think.
They're not even hardly ready for him. One crewman goes over the wall.
Oh, they're going under the hood. There's something happening. He came off turn 4, and I mean, he just turned it to the bottom, running wide open.
Looks like he's on a normal lap right here.
All of a sudden, he felt something. He felt something in the engine. And, I mean, he brought that thing off the racetrack.
Stewart was running 6th at the time.
Now, I hope he's not having one of those belt problems like his teammate had earlier. Sometimes, you know, it happens to one, it happens to both of them.
Bobby Labonte lost 4 laps when the water pump belt came off. Matt, what's the problem?
Well, Mike, they have raised the hood like you mentioned. Apparently, the problem for Stewart, he's reporting that his throttle linkage has broken. His throttle linkage has broken. They've got some tie wraps. Chris Woody Woodward, the engine tuner, was underneath the hood there. They're going to lower the hood down. Tough break for Stewart.
He's going to go at least probably 3 laps down.
Ricky Craven inside of Michael Waltrip, 8th place at stake there, right behind Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon had just passed the 32 car.
But Gordon and Michael have been working pretty well together, Darrell.
They've been working up through the field there just a little bit, and Gordon's up to 8th.
You know, Darrell, I have to believe this racetrack's going through that transition period. We're in the heat of the day here in Southern California. I mean, the track temperature is up to 116 degrees now, 110 when it started. The handling of these cars are going to continue to change in these last 125 laps.
What I found, Larry, and I think you'll agree, when my car's really handling good like Kurt Busch's is, you can't mess it up. You can put any kind of tires on you want, do anything to it you want to. But when the car's fickle, when it's not happy, you can't ever, you always are chasing it. Front to rear, wedge in, wedge out, track bar down, air pressure, air pressure. But when that thing is right like Busch's is, you just drive on.
Well, when it's not happy, it's like walking on a razor blade. When you're happy like Kurt Busch, you know, you've got like a white beam to walk.
There you go.
Tony Stewart was too fast down pit road, so he'll get the new drive-through penalty. You don't have to stop in your pits for stop and go anymore, but you do have to make a pass down pit road at the proper pit road speed. So he's doing 55 while everyone else is doing 180.
And this almost is kind of like what happened to Sterling Marlin back in Vegas when Sterling got almost spun and headed down pit road. And I'm sure that he didn't have time to look at his stack because he was trying to hang on to the car. And Tony probably just all of a sudden felt that linkage brake, shot down pit road.
Matt?
Well, Mike, I caught up with Greg Zippidelli. Zippy, what was the official problem? Throttle linkage?
The hind joint broke on the throttle linkage. knows that it's pretty frustrating because this team's been doing a hell of a job. Opening for Pontiac. Tony's been doing great. Been running the top 5, good speeds all year long. We just can't put it together. A little frustrating right now, but we'll just do the best we can here and, you know, come out of here with what we can.
Let's go to Jeff Hammond. Jeff?
Well, Matt, right now we're down here at the Cutaway Cardinal. I'll show everybody at home. This right here is your throttle linkage. It connects to your carburetor. When the driver is working it, it works back and forth like so. But if for some reason the rod itself or the little heim joint or even this ear on the transmission is what's in the transmission carburetor is what's broken, the throttle will not work. And hey, race cars don't run unless you can work the throttle, right, Darrell?
Yeah, and I think that maybe that's the problem. He was working it too much. The other thing, Jeff, is you know if you don't have a stop down in the floor where the throttle's not pulling back on that arm that you were showing there all the time where you're just pushing it with your foot, you got to have a stop down in there, and that could be the problem. How about it? Do you think that's a problem?
It very easily could be, D. It's hard to say right now. In our particular car, we've got it set up with a stop out here on the carburetor. And if Tony didn't have that, if it kept pulling on it, like you say, it's real easy to break this heim. Normally, the teams run what they call aircraft quality heim, but it could have very easily maybe pulled out of here. This thing is threaded down inside this shaft right here, and if for some reason it pulled the threads out because it was pulling too hard against it, again, that could have been what part of the problem is.
Darrell, that may be another reason why Stewart didn't slow to 55 miles an hour on pit road. With a broken linkage, he couldn't maintain that speed. It would have taken him all day to get to his pit. Well, the Joe Gibbs team, not a good day. Tony Stewart 3 laps down, throttle linkage. Bobby Labonte 9 laps back after tossing a water pump belt. 133 laps. Kurt Busch in command. Kurt Busch in command at 138 laps here in California, and right after today's race on Fox, extended post-race coverage on the Speed Channel. Right after we go off the air, the Speed Channel will have more interviews and race analysis. And if you're not getting the Speed Channel, call 1-888-22-SPEED.
I'll tell you, boys, that young man is putting a whooping on these guys right now. That young man in that 97 car, I mean, he is going.
And 2 cars with unscheduled pit stops, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jimmy Spencer. Matt?
Well, Mike, Dale Earnhardt Jr. made an unscheduled pit stop. He felt like that the right front tire was starting to go soft, starting to go down, possibly had cut it down, and that's indeed what had happened. The crew had checked the air pressure, and they said it was low on the right front to Steve Burns.
Well, Matt, a little while ago, Larry McReynolds talks about how the track condition may be changing. Well, Rusty Wallace early in this race was fighting a tight condition. The last stop, they went down a pound in the right front, up a pound in the right rear, made a wedge adjustment, a roundup wedge out. Well, Rusty says now the car has gone loose. He wants wedge back in, Dick Berggren.
Well, Dale Jarrett will be pitting before Kurt Busch in car number 97. Jarrett is running in second position right now, but he's about to. Oh, we got a caution flag. They're all going to pit at the same time. They'll all be in now.
Ricky Craven against the wall. Has brought out the second caution of the day. Lap 141.
That's a shame. He was running in the 8th position. Been in the top 10 ever since that first set of pit stops on lap 20.
Well, I've been watching these cars off of 2 over there, Larry, and man, I'm telling you, they are right up against the outside of that retaining wall. And you can see the tire marks all the way across it. They are high, running that corner high, wide, and handsome. Here come some guys trying to get laps back. Kurt slowing down. There goes
Bud Strickland, Ward Burton. I don't think Jeff Green just had win a lap down. It was close.
I think he may have made it. I think that 30 was, I mean, I think that we're going to have the little transponder to tell us.
Well, by our scoring that he did get back on the lead lap.
One fellow who did not make it was Matt Kenseth, Busch's teammate, in the 13th position. This caution flag to the good fortune of fellows like Michael Waltrip, Mark Martin, and Dave Blaney, who were in danger of going a lap down.
Now, Dale Jr. had a right front going down there. He said he must have run over something. I wonder if something happened to the 32's right front.
Kurt Busch's lead had built to 17 seconds over Dale Jarrett.
Yes, he was in another zip code.
Yes. right front is now down on Craven's car.
And it almost looks like the car didn't hit the wall all that hard, as if the tire went down and he just got it up against the fence.
We'll watch Kurt Busch, Sterling Marlin, and Jimmy Johnson as they pit. The first, third, and fourth place cars.
Cars on the lead lap. All the leaders have pit this first time.
Haven't been to many races this year when halfway there were 12 cars on the lead lap.
It's true. Steve Burns.
Mike Joyce, Sterling Marlin says he likes the way this car is handling. They're going to make no chassis adjustments. Just 4 tires, a tear off from the windshield. Right side tires on. Work starting on the left side. Let's go to Dick Bergeron.
Kurt Busch says when new tires are on the car, it feels a little bit wishy-washy. They're taking 1/4 round in the track bar. That's a little bit like sneezing into your tires. Busch gone fast.
It is still a work in progress, Dick, on the 48 car. Jimmy Johnson, his car still loose. They're going to go 1 full pan, 1 splash. They went 1 round in the left rear wedge, 1 round down in the track bar, and an air pressure adjustment, 16.4 seconds.
Dale Jarrett beat the 97 off pit road there. Kurt tried to get around him, but he couldn't quite do it.
To compound Ricky Craven's problem, when he pulled into his pit stall, they couldn't get the jack underneath, and they hadn't brought a long bar around to the right side to lever it up in the air to get the jack under, so they had to go back and get one. It's a long stop.
Yeah, I mean, that left side's only 4.5 inches off the ground, so it's a lot lower. But look at the race to the pit line right here. There you see the story right there. 88. Dale Jarrett, he beats Kurt Busch off pit road. Kurt Busch is going to lead the lead for the first time in a long time.
144 laps complete of 250 in Southern California. The mountains just to the north. No boundaries up there.
No, sir. That's a beautiful sight.
Here's our Ford No Boundaries moment. And this weekend, it happened yesterday here at the California Speedway. Rookie Scott Riggs, in only his 9th NASCAR Busch Series start, wins his 2nd race convincingly.
Yes, he did, and I'm a big fan of his. I tell you, I love that kid's enthusiasm. I love people that get excited about winning races.
Jeff Green, who used to drive this car, drove it to a championship. The runner-up, Stacy Compton, Jack Sprague, the point leader, and Jason Keller.
Plus, I like kids that drink chocolate milk. I think that's kind of neat.
So Sprague still has the point lead. Riggs moved from 5th to 3rd with that win behind his teammate Jason Keller after 9 Busch Series races. Here's the Craftsman Truck Series standings. Sponsored by Sears, Robert Presley, 20 markers up on Ted Musgrave after 3 races. David Starr, Rick Crawford, and Mike Bliss the top 5.
Let's give them one to go. What do you say? Get back to racing.
Let's go to the garage area.
Well, at Darlington, Ricky Craven was running in 2nd position when he was taken out with a wreck. That was none of his doing. At Martinsville, he led 40 laps, looked like a winner. Taken out with a wreck, none of his doing. What happened this time?
Well, I guess it's one of the penalties of running the high line. I ran high all day, Dick, and I was fighting loose from the very beginning, and the guys were doing a great job working on the Tide Ford, but we couldn't get it tightened up getting in the corner, and I spent most of the day running 200 miles an hour in the corner turning right, and I just couldn't catch it that last time. It got away from me, but we're a really good team. Gosh, I'm proud of this. We don't always finish top